What's up, everybody? How you doing? Bobby Simmons is in the building. And as you can see, in the place to be, sitting directly next to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one and only from Brownsville, Van Dyke Projects, my borough, Brooklyn, Maffew. Ragazino's in the building. What up, Pam?
What's up, Bobby? How you feeling, man?
I got him in the building. I told him, let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, hold on. We ain't gonna have Brownsville mad at me, man. I'm from Tilden. I used to play ball in Van Dyke a lot. But I'm from Tilden Project.
No. Listen, let me explain something to everybody real quick that's watching and that's listening. Tilden and Van Dyke, we were the closest because we were right next to each other. And all we did was spend every day in 340, the basketball court, stuff like that. So no. We never had problems with Tilden because we all had family in there. So we know.
Nah, somebody might hit me on the book or something like, yo, B, he said you was from Van Dyke, right? But
right. Well, okay. Well, he crossed the street. He's across the street. It's still family. But I got him in the book, and it don't even matter. He's from Brownsville. He's
yes.
And I love supporting my people, man. That's doing anything. He's been doing this thing for a minute, and we're gonna talk to you about a lot of things that you have going on currently, and we're gonna talk deep too, man, because there's some things that was interesting that we spoke about. Like for you to put out in the air, and let's just clean it up, man. Let everybody know what you about.
Let's go there,
and
man.
what you do. So you gonna hang with me for a minute?
I'm with you, man.
Maffew! Ragazino's in the building. Y'all don't disappear nowhere. We'll be right back. Check it! Welcome back to the show, y'all. Bobby Simmons is my special guest, Maffew. Ragazino's in the building with me right now. And once again, brother, thanks a lot for taking the time to come up here and talk to me.
Thank you, man.
We already straightened it out in the beginning. He's from Brooklyn. He's from East New York. He's from Brownsville, but he represents Tilden. What part? Which Tilden? Which one? Which building?
Tilden Project 330.
No, 330.
330. 330.
I had a girl
the
like
Green Building.
330. Word.
The Green Building.
Green Building. Yeah. Well, anyway, they took me back for a second, but anyway, appreciate you coming through here, man. And don't think that I haven't been watching you, man. We was talking a little bit back here about how we connected, but didn't want you to think that I haven't watching what you've been doing, and you definitely been doing it. Now, I want to jump into something real quick before we tell people a little bit about what you do and who you are. First of all, for those who don't know Maffew Ragazino, he's a hip hop artist, he's a rapper, and he's forget what you hear. He's definitely good at what he do. But you said something to me that shocked me a few minutes ago. You said at one point that you've been doing this, hustling this, this whole rap game, that you decided to just quit. What brought you to that decision?
It's just a culmination of a few things. Make a long story short, it was just not having a sufficient team around, because there's a lot of moving parts that go into, a hip hop career, a career period. And everybody has to be in the same book, in the same chapter, on the same page, on the same sentence, in the same paragraph, on the same word, on the same letter, about to go to the next letter or vowel, at the same time, all the time, damn near, in order for it to really, reap the fruits.
Right.
And that means that they got to be on that same vibration all the time, no matter what they're going through in life. And a lot of times, whenever you aren't making money directly from it, people got to do other things. They get distracted. And with the distraction, they off of it. And before you know it, you like by yourself, like, damn, I'm here. I got all of this stuff going on. Just imagine if you had to man the cameras to answer the emails and do all of that stuff all the time for years, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, 11 years. It's like you get tired. And I broke down, man. My anxiety was through the roof, man.
Wow. But again, I'm glad that you found your way back to wanting to get to do this. Because I always say to people, man, sometimes obstacles always get in our way. But if you're passionate about something, you'll see through the smoke. I mean, if I can interject just for a second, is that's one of the things that helped me, even when I was doing my show Flavor videos, is that, literally you're at home watching it, but it was really a 2-man team. You know, it was
That's
me.
crazy.
It was me and Raekwon. Because you always heard me say, Ray, yo, Ray.
Yeah.
It was me and Ray.
He in the
and
background.
me and Ray. That was just it.
That's crazy.
We was just a 2-man team, but we made the show look like it was more than that. Even one time we even put the credits up at the end. We put all these people names up. There was no people names, and we made it up just to make it look like it was that kind of thing.
You started trolling.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
The inventor of trolling.
You know what I mean? Just to kind of, because we wanted people to know that no matter what, whatever's in our way, we're gonna get through and we're gonna get past it. But I'm glad
That's dope,
that,
man.
yeah, I'm glad that somehow you found a way, to get past it, man. Because me watching your work, especially through your videos and stuff, man, you don't want
That's
people
crazy.
to get
You
lost.
never know who's watching either. That's why it always pays to be on your grind and your best behavior.
Right.
Because I would have never thought that. And I saw you sent me a message one day. I was actually in the studio recording, and I got the message, and I'm like, who the hell? And I said, oh, that's Bobby, because you don't have it written out. It's B-S-B.
Right.
I said, maybe he sent it by mistake, or maybe his page got hacked. I'm like, word? You want me to pull up?
Yeah.
And then I looked at the last messages. I said, damn, I ain't speak to Brian since 2015.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I said, once I gathered up, man, I want my Brooklyn people, man, because everybody that comes through, hood that I grew up in, man, I know that there's something out there. A lot of them is doing good. A lot of them want to do good. And a lot of them are good. You know what I'm saying? But they're just not being, heard.
Because the industry, when you say Brownsville, a lot of times I notice from my journey, a lot of times they hands off.
Oh yeah, of course. Me and Billy was talking about that the other day from MOP. He said he said when they used to go up to meetings, Sony and them never wanted to meet with them because they thought they was too rowdy. I said it's the presentation, Billy. You know what I'm saying? It's because we from
and the stigma.
Yeah, right.
It.
That too. Yeah, because we from there and we had meetings with the Clive Davis, but it was the presentation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go in there with your crew to them and look like but if I went in there just me and
people
one
who ain't
partner,
media trained and whatnot,
right? It could get that way. But all that is understood as we move forward. Tell us a little bit about your background, though, man. How'd you even get involved in hip hop? I know everybody's stories that I had love for hip hop and stuff like this, but something made you say, I gotta continue this. This is where I need to be.
You mean when I stopped and I came back?
No. What got you
initially?
Yeah, initially.
Like my music origin, where it begins.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like a child prodigy in my family. I used to draw a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was really good, and write poetry. That's where it started, and the poetry turned into hip hop. I had 4 uncles, and we would be at my grandmom's crib, and they all had like favorite artists that they were biased about. And whenever I spent time with each of them on an individual basis, they try to influence me to like these artists and like them only, no matter what the other uncle likes. And that kind of like made me so well-rounded. I had one uncle who only rocked with West Coast hip-hop, and another one was pro-black, all-conscious hip-hop. Right. And another one is like, whatever's on the radio popping, the mainstream stuff only, or like dance tracks. So I'm the combination of all of that. And when I happened to hang out with my youngest uncle who used to rap and DJ, that is what gave me the bug. Sitting up late night listening to Stretching Barbito with him.
Wow.
He had the radio in the window. Those moments are what initiated everything, the love for it, where it's like, yo, this is what I want to do.
Wow.
I used to read his raps, and then I started writing my own.
Wow, okay.
It was corny as hell, but
well, I mean,
you know what I mean? We're here today, man.
Yeah, exactly. But at least you knew that, as you looked at your work, because everybody, some things you want to change because you want the delivery, you want the delivery to be different or sound different.
Yes.
Especially when you're writing something, it's like it may sound corny, but the delivery may be popping. I remember I used to always tell people, when Biggie did that, what you talk about Willis, actually really was a corny line, but his delivery on it just made it sound like
Facts.
It was
in the context.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I see that's what you were able to catch on to, because like you said, there was various types of music coming, surrounded by you.
I was getting poisoned. Word to everything I love. And then the fact that my uncle rapped too, the youngest one, he rapped. It didn't make it any better because he had a lot of friends around and they was doing music. So it's like, They like this type of music, and he's doing music, so I get the live and the audible,
right?
All the tapes and CDs and records, and then I'm actually seeing them at my grandmother's house, negotiating how they gonna do a show or putting together raps and making songs and creating hooks and whatnot. So I it really was almost like artist development. My whole childhood is like damn near artist development.
Well, and speaking of that, growing up like that, and being from Brooklyn and East New York section, Tilden, Peach Tilden. How did you find yourself not getting caught up in the street madness? Because a lot of people, they think this is a way out, and then some people say it don't seem like it's the way out, so they turn another way. Have that happened to you, or were you able to stay straight on the path? Tell your truth.
Honestly, it was music and my mom, man. Music kept me mentally focused on only that, because I was just focused on my craft to the point where, like, in a biased manner, I really didn't have like a normal quote unquote childhood where I was focused on all the things normal kids were. I was like trying to figure out how to do the best music, how to write the best, how to be the best. And my mom's was strict as hell when I was growing up. Like, man, I think I was like 15 and she's still trying to beat me. Like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
Big up, moms.
I'm in high school. Yeah, I love her to death, though. But, yeah, between those two things and then being scooped up by some of my OGs at a perfect time when I was 15.
Right.
And gaining some knowledge from them, because they had knowledge itself, those were, like, the things that saved my life. A lot of my peers and friends at the time, they went on different paths.
Right.
And some of them aren't here anymore, but that's distractions.
Right.
Distractions kept me away from the nonsense.
Right.
Because I'm hanging out with older people, the older guards, and then my moms I got to worry about, and then I'm like, I need to write a new song or a verse. So, like, I don't really have time to get in trouble. I'm occupied. It's like, those kids that are into so many extracurricular activities, and not because the parents want them to be. It's like, I'm playing ball, I'm part of an orchestra, we got to practice for a show on Wednesday, I got to go to basketball practice. I don't have time for BS.
Right, exactly. Wow. That's what's crazy about that too, man, is that how many of the cats that you did hang out with, and I'm talking about dudes your age, how many of them thought that this would even matter to you later on?
Not a lot, man.
Right.
Not a lot.
Wow.
It's crazy. I never even thought about that, but not a lot. It wasn't even a thing that a lot of people were doing at the time. It's like, you rap? Now when you say you rap, it's like, oh, man, who doesn't?
Right, yeah.
But I rapped at a time when it was like me and one other person in my neighborhood, and you got to go to another zip code probably. That's how it was.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't think anybody was looking at it like that because, for one, all the information that's behind the scenes wasn't out there like how it is today. Everything is readily accessible. It's in your pocket, basically.
You can Google it up.
But then it was just like, you only get what you're getting served. It's like school lunch. You come to school on Tuesday, they got pizza, that's it.
Yeah.
Pizza. You could take the cheese off, leave the cheese on, whatever. Pour milk on top of it, however you want, but it's still pizza at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. That's real talk. Listen, well, with all that knowledge and information that you developed coming from your family and even people, man, who were schooling you, it started you to create your own company, because you're actually independent, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, you run everything.
Currently.
Please tell everybody your name of the company.
Worldwide Paper Gang.
Right. And
International.
And what made you decide to say, you know what, I'm just going to create my own? Because people nowadays say, I'll take the deal. Because you just said it. You said it's so much. Because running a company, it's a lot to deal with.
It's a lot.
It's
what made me want to go independent. Just the same thing that makes a lot of people go independent. And initially, the big wigs being uninterested in dealing with you,
right,
or whoever you consider to be somebody who might be holding on to an opportunity that you may want.
Right.
Just, not being interested. It's like, I'm not gonna not do it because you don't know how to find talent, or you don't have that vision. It's not your fault. I'll make you see later on. And a lot of times they double back when they see that that intensity.
Yeah.
And then you getting better in your craft.
That's true.
But yeah, that's what drove me to be independent and the need to own.
Mm. Yeah, that's the key word.
To own. You
Definitely.
gotta own.
Definitely.
Even if you're gonna get with the powers that be, you need ownership.
Yeah, that's a fact. We learned that later, and we were able to, in time, master it. So we were one of the lucky ones to get through it. But you're absolutely right. Definitely own it. So
I grew
now
up hearing a lot of stories about people that didn't own stuff, and it's like you got a big record that's playing and being licensed in movies, and you don't get a dime. How can you live with yourself when you take your kid to the movie and you see the whole movie singing a song and it's like, this is my blood, sweat, and tears, and I don't get anything from it. So
behind the scenes, I'm gonna put you on to something about that. What most cats is going through with that, us particularly one of them. But I'll tell you that behind the scenes though. Put you on that. But now that you're moving forward with your company, tell us a little bit about the project. Because actually, there's a song that you got that I listened to that I actually really like. Gouda.
Oh yeah.
I said Goa because it's spelled Gouda.
You thought all that was silent?
Yeah. I was like, I thought it was silent, but it's Gouda.
Yeah, like
right.
the cheese.
Tell us a little bit about that, man, because I actually like that joint. Yeah. For those who haven't heard it, definitely it's available for download. Yes.
Yeah. It's on iTunes. You can stream it everywhere.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you about that, where to get it. But tell us a little bit about the song Gouda.
Gouda, that record is actually it's new to the public, but it's old to me. It released a few years ago. Actually, it still sound dope though. Right. Shout out my guy Sickness. Sickness did the production. I always get I used to get a lot of flack for having a name that on paper looks like it doesn't belong to somebody who looks like me.
Right.
It's an Italian surname and Maffew spelled with 2 F's.
Right.
People always thought that it looked weird, and that song that inspired a whole lot of things that I did in my career. But I kind of used my name to play on like the whole mob, family, burning the made man thing.
Right.
Because I feel like I'm a made guy, so that's where I came up with the hook. Damn, I never forgot how it went, but I got so much new music in my brain right now. It's crazy.
Right.
But that's what inspired that record. Because I feel like I'm a made guy, or I'm about to be a made guy, and that was the ritual.
Yeah, but what's funny about that, what you just said a few minutes ago, you said that it's new to the public, but it's old song to you. I always told people, when you put something out and everybody didn't hear it yet, it's still new. It's still new. Yeah, that may be something that you recorded in 2015. You're like, yeah, but I got some new stuff. And that's good because you keep recording.
Facts.
But if nobody hasn't heard it or everybody hasn't heard it, it's still new. I learned that from them Jewish people. That's how them Jewish people work the hell out of a record. Peace to the Jewish people. Because that's what they do. Yeah.
You got to do it. And going back to the analogy with the pizza, you have to serve it one day with the cheese off of it.
Right.
Serve it one day with the cheese on it. Double up on the cheese the next day, but you're still serving the same pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to just figure out ways to put your material back out there. The same material, because everybody don't get it. Sometimes you might have somebody that might have logged out of social media or not been checking for anything. They going through whatever they going through in their lives and they didn't hear it.
Right.
You post it again. Oh my God. When did this come out? That was years ago.
Yeah.
Where was I? You here now? Listen to it.
There it is.
Check out the rest too.
So we're gonna make sure everybody gets to hear. We're gonna work it. That's one of the songs. But tell us about what's getting ready to happen in the future, because like you said, you got new music you're working on.
I ain't even.
We want to be aware of it.
I don't want the people to think I'm crazy. I ain't even gonna talk too crazy about what's going on in the near future. As far as the future goes, in the near future, all I can say is stay tuned because I'm back with vengeance.
Okay.
I had an epiphany during the time that I took off, and you know what that's like. It's like what people would describe as, you almost had a near death situation, and you realize how valuable everything is that's around you, even the little things. You're just thankful, and whenever you're thankful, you make sure you seize all opportunities, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. I have a lot of new music. a couple of projects that I'm gonna be dropping. At the top of 2020, I'll start.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear some singles. I'll be sending them to you too.
Yeah,
I've got some singles coming throughout the rest of the year. And I'm just ready to have fun again, man. That's it.
Well,
a lot of videos. I just shot a video for a record called Corner Store Carnivore with my man Nims yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. That's going to be out maybe about a week or two.
All right.
Just a lot of content, man, and a lot of truth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of truth.
That's good, man. Well, there's one thing I want you to do before we even get up out of here, because we're gonna play that. We're gonna play. I said Goa, but it's Gouda. He said, "Yo, you thought the thing was solid."
Gouda.
Yeah, Gouda. But there's something I would like for you to do, man, because we're both from East New York. We're both from Brooklyn. We both come out of the projects, and we both seek for something positive. What is it that you can say to a lot of people, whether it's older people who kind of got lost and the younger people who may be getting lost? What is it that you can say to them, man, that can, as much as you could do to inspire someone else?
I got too much of that on my heart, man. I don't want to sound cliche and say what a lot of people say, so I'm gonna take a different road. I think the youth and the older guards need to team up and trade information a lot more, because the experience will help you avoid a lot of mistakes whenever you're speaking to a positive OG or somebody who sees things more on an objective standpoint.
Right.
And then as an OG, you connect with the youth, people who still have boots on the ground in a way that you'd never be able to simulate again, because you're not that age. You stay young. That's what keeps you young and in the know. Like, you don't have, and it keeps you away from culture shock, because you have your finger on the pulse of whatever's going on now, whether you like it or you don't. You would always be aware of everything that's going on. You don't want stuff to be happening right up under your nose and you not know it. Makes no sense. Like, you got a 13-year-old grandson and you don't know how to use a cell phone. If you love him, you make him sit down with you and spend time with him and bond and get to know what's in his brain, because he's going to spill it in that little session.
Right. Well, there it is. That's the word right there, y'all. And I just want to say, man, I'm going to ask you to come back up here again, as I do to all my Brooklyn people. Come up here, man. You got something to say. Say it. You got some sounds to put out there. Come up here, make it, let it be heard.
I appreciate that, man. From the bottom.
I will say this to you real quick before we get on. We're gonna play Gouda too. We're gonna play that. I definitely want to say, man, that I'm apologizing for taking too long to reach back to you, but I just wanted you to know I'm watching you, fam. Don't think I ain't watching you. Man. You know what I'm saying? And I always salute my brothers, my older brothers, my younger brothers. I salute them because they out there still doing it. They hustling and they showing the love. Maffew,
appreciate that from the bottom.
Ragazino.
It's senior.
He's in the building. Thank you so much, man. Actually, you know what? Introduce the song to them, man. How you do it?
What's up, world? It's Maffew Ragazino, senior. Can't forget the senior. And right now, what you're about to hear is Gouda.
There it is.
Get the Gouda.
There you go. Man, thanks a lot for coming down here. We'll be right back. Y'all don't disappear nowhere. Check it!
Hello? Hello? How my voice sounding out there? How we sounding? We sounding good? Sounding real sexy? Sounds sexy to me, man. It's none other than Maffew Ragazino, senior. It's senior. I'm sure you heard that before, and if you haven't, you will. And I just want to shout out my guy, man. The legend, the OG, the legendary. And I don't use that word recklessly or loosely. This guy is a fucking legend. And you tune in right now. Mic check 1, 2 with Bobby Simmons. Make sure you address him properly as a fucking legend.
Gouda! Gouda, motherfucker!